What's going on, guys? It's the Hunter Project here. Welcome back to my channel. So yesterday Monster Hunter Rise released on PC and it did not disappoint. Monster Hunter Rise released on the Switch a little under a year ago, and it was intentionally made for the Switch to continue the portable series, while World remained on consoles and PC, with its sequel highly likely to follow suit. Now that Rise has released on PC, which is quite out of trend as you'd expect for a portable Monster Hunter game to release on a console, or PC in this case, since the last time we saw this was Portable 3rd and 3 Ultimate, which both released on a portable and home system, those being of course the PS3 and the Wii U, and the PSP and 3DS. Regardless, this is a port, so don't expect any insane improvements to the game's mechanics or graphics, but that does not make it a bad game. From my time with the game, I've had a blast, and I've had very little bugs as well to top it all off, with the main culprit just being screen tearing, which of course is in every PC game, and this was simply fixed by just turning VSync off. I've also had a few stutters here and there at very random times, but this seems to be very specific to my computer, and this problem hasn't been really shared with other people playing the game, so not too sure what it could be, as my graphics card and CPU are relatively powerful, so hopefully I find the solution soon. But other than that, the game is buttery smooth, and the increase in FPS and resolution are extremely welcome additions, especially for those PC players who picked up a Switch to play the game back in 2021, or those who already had a Switch and just picked up the game anyways, but are generally on games that usually run at 60 or higher. So definitely a welcome addition. The graphics are much more artistic than realistic, like how World's graphics were, but this is not necessarily a bad thing unless you're a sucker for realism in video games. Monster Hunter Rise is objectively releasing in a much better state for its PC debut than its Switch counterpart, with the entire story being intact this time, as well as all the DLC, including the Elder Dragons, thankfully, and all the event quests that have been released in the past year, all making its way to the game. And so it's just pretty much packed with content that will be expanded upon further in 2022 summer, which isn't too far away with the Sunbreak expansion. I also love the addition of filters to the game as well that are preset by the developers to create a specific tone for the visuals, and I'm sure people will probably make their own presets for reshade, which will allows you to tweak the graphics settings using this external software, and it's been used for many other games to make it look as though it's much better in terms of graphics than it actually is. But jumping back to that filters point, one of my favourites at the moment are the Warring Lands, which is what you see in the background right now in the gameplay. That's what I'm using. In love with this filter. I probably will switch it back to the original when I get bored of it, but right now it is really fun to look at and just seeing the various aspects of the game and how they look different. As I do have I would say 150 to 200 hours in the Switch version, so this of course is based on personal experience and not just watching Switch videos online. And on top of that, the improved PC textures are a joy to view, especially on a nice 24-inch monitor where I'm sat quite close, because of course I'm using a keyboard and mouse on a desk, in comparison to sitting far away from a big TV or on a relatively small Switch screen. In my opinion, looks much better on the monitor. Of course, this could be subjective. Some people may prefer that TV experience where you're sat far away on a very big TV. But regardless, Capcom have done a great job taking everything from the Switch version and modifying it as much as they possibly can so they can implement all the benefits that come along with a PC version. Right now, I am having a blast, as I said, and the PC version will definitely be my main platform, considering it is soon to have the addition of mods, as well as ease of recording as well. As a YouTuber, it's much easier just to record on OBS with the game running on my PC, rather than running my Switch through my capture card and then onto OBS, which is just an extra step where I can just avoid all that and easily have it run here on my PC, everything just centralized here. Of course, for streams here and there, I will boot up the Switch just so I can play with you guys that are on the Switch. I don't want to leave you out now that the PC version's here. But for the most part, I will be playing on PC. And yeah, before I end this video, I do want to just add that you shouldn't come into this game thinking it is a sequel for Monster Hunter World, as of course, being a PC game, you would probably expect it to be very graphically rich. but this is more of a sibling branch to World. Both games are different takes on the 5th generation of Monster Hunter, with Rise intended to be a portable release and World for the home consoles, which is why they are so graphically diverse in comparison to one another. And while Rise may never be able to look insane at 4K on max settings with a beast of a PC, the art style is more than enough to make up for what it lacks in terms of like World level of visual fidelity. But with that said, that does bring us to the end of this short video on just my thoughts on the PC release of Rise. So let me know down below what you guys think of it, and if you will be or have already picked it up. And don't forget to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. It does help me out a bunch and it is extremely appreciated. Be sure to join the Discord, links at the top of the description. There's lots of awesome hunters in there and we would love for you to join us. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.